And hello everyone to another weekly connection. And here we are once again with the Ascended Masters, and Lady Nada, Lord Kuthumi, Lord Mahé are the primary ones leading today's connection. So there's a couple things that I want to do before we start. I of course want to do our Cosmic Thrust Oil. So let's start with that. There you go. Take one little drop, right? Rub it in your hands. If you don't have it, don't worry. I'll connect you. We're fine. We're going to get that energy moving in that oil and those aromas. We're going to bring it up through our energy field. Cup our hands together. And just take a deep breath in. That 15-second meditation that you take when you're breathing in those aromatherapy, it just aligns you heaven and earth, which is what we want to focus on as light seeds. And then a little more protection here at the solar plexus, because also when we wear our shield that we put on at the end of the, whatever this is called, it helps people to not go into your vital force energy and draw your stuff out. It keeps them on that shield so that they learn a more conscious interaction energetically with other human beings. So it's very important. The other thing that I like to do is the Cosmic Cleanse spray, because this will get all the schmooze, I call it the smear, out of my aura. Although, you know, like we're not hanging around a lot of people nowadays, but that's okay. And the other thing is that I use my tourmaline, and the tourmaline is excellent for all of the electromagnetic energy and the Schumann frequencies, as they're very erratic during these times. So I like to hold on to it. It keeps me grounded. It just is it makes you feel really good the minute you hold on to it. So let's get started, because there's a lot going on. And it's really, really good. But Lady Nada came up with today's focus for the energy of the lecture, and that is appreciation. And appreciation is something that I hold very near and dear. And the example she first gave me was, as you saw in the video, wasn't that cool? We had snow here in Arizona, not very often. And then this morning we had hail and all kinds of precipitous action going on in the desert. Now, if you know me, you know I had some neurological damage as a child, and the cold weather and that issue don't get along very well. So I personally don't feel as good in the cold weather. But, and here is the but, I appreciate so much what the weather is doing, because we were very much in a deficit for rain, and yesterday we were 2/10 below catching up to a normal rainfall, which we did today. And now all the rain that we will continue to get will be a surplus for us for the year, which is really very, very important to a desert. So we appreciate. So I'm not grumbling about the fact that I feel less energetic in the cold, that I have no core to protect myself from the cold. I'm not, because I appreciate what the weather is doing, because it's doing it for a much bigger picture than just how I feel today. I appreciate Patrick every day. I have a thing I say every day. When I start my day, I say thank you. When I end my day, and I don't care if it was the crummiest day on the planet, I say thank you. Because there's always growth in every day, no matter what has occurred that day. And I appreciate that. So we need to appreciate all that is being brought to us, because it is being brought to us for only one reason: that we grow, that we learn, that we become wise little light seeds, that we become these beacons of wisdom So if with everything that occurs, we find that wonderful appreciation. So just before we were about to do this, a little cardinal, we have a resident cardinal family. And he came right up onto the patio to say hello and to kind of, give energy to what was going on here right now. And so we connect with nature, we connect with our surroundings, and when you do that, you're more appreciative of what is going on in your life. So you have to appreciate everything, everything. And with that, we have gratitude and we say thank you all the time, all the time. Because these are growth experiences. You've heard me talk about my childhood, and it wasn't the best childhood, but I always say I wouldn't change it for anything. I wouldn't change any cast of characters. I wouldn't change any of my circumstances, as difficult as they were, because how strong they made me and how wise they made me is quite incredible. And so I appreciate the learning that I had to go through as a youngster. And now, I appreciate everything that is going on in my life. We just had a remodel of our home, quite not planned. The plumbing went down in our 50-year-old house. And so, even yesterday I had a plumber out here. There's always these little things that still need tweaking and moving and doing. No big deal. But I appreciate it. And I was telling Patrick, even before I knew what the word was today, how I walk around and the floors, how beautiful they are, and how beautiful the house is, and how happy the house is as a result of it, and why it wanted to go through a major overhaul like that. I mean, they were digging tunnels under the house, in between the rooms, from room to room, underneath my house. I would never do that personally. But anyway, they were. So it was a very major project that went on here. So, but I appreciate so much what happened and what was done. I appreciate the plumbers. I appreciate all the people that brought it together to make this now our beautiful home that we get to be in and hang out in, and it's good for at least 50 more years. We're good. So a lot of us are not having the greatest times right now. It's a difficult time for so many of us. So what Lady Nada would like you to do is to find, when you're down, when you're not feeling good, when you're mad, when you're sad, find what's good in that madness and in that sadness. There always is. As I say, there's always that treasure in the Cracker Jacks box. They don't make those little monkeys anymore. They just make stickers. But when I was a kid, we would collect the monkeys and we would hang them, by each other. And it was a draw into how we could get the monkeys to be the longest chain of monkeys. And we didn't get the Cracker Jacks that often. It was a big doggone treat, but we kept the monkeys. So you appreciate what is there for you. Find your treasure. So your exercise is to find the positive in whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, and whatever it is that upsets you, whatever it is that draws a calamity or a joy. Because remember, it's all thank you. Every day is thank you. Because every day we grow. Every day we get better and better and better. And that's our job as the light seeds of the planet, because we radiate that out, right? That's our job, to be these light beacons and radiate out that love. Some days are really crummy, absolutely. But it doesn't make them any less of a day. So our job is to appreciate wherever we are at this moment, whatever is being brought to us at this moment. The more appreciative we are, the more nature, the more the energy, the more the cosmos can bring you good things. The more you do that. So let's practice that this week. Excuse me. So, okay. Let's go ahead and let's get our shield on so that we can help everybody appreciate whatever is going on for them. Okay? All right. So let's bring that light in. That yummy, 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 yummy gold light. Right? And it's warm and inviting. And it's like honey, sweet and comforting and just a good feeling as it comes from the source and it comes into the top of your head. And you let it fill so that it comes out your eyes and in your nose and your mouth and your throat. You fill it all up. Fill your brain all up. Get rid of any plaque or any cookies you got up there in your brain. Clear it out. That honey light, that golden light purifies, nurtures. So let it go ahead and come down because it will give you clarity. It removes any kind of stuff that you have that you shouldn't have, you don't want to have. So we'll bring it down, and then we bring it down so it twinkles on our fingers, right? Because we want to project always this light in everything that we do. And then we bring it down into our chest and fill your lungs and your heart and saturate them with that light. And bring it on down into your belly. Fill your stomach now. And your stomach is connected, believe it or not, to your brain. And we're going to make that stomach-brain connection strong right now. Because a lot of people that feel depression have a disconnect in this wiring system through their central nervous system. So let's fill that up right now. That's good. And then we bring it on down into your Tantien, 1 inch below your belly button, into your hips. Fill your knees as it comes through your legs, down your legs, out your feet, and into the earth to the mother. Good. Oh, let it go through your feet and right into the mother. And feel that energy of the mother now. And let yourself just feel that love. You're on her planet. She knows this is a rough place. It's the rough and tumble joint. It is. Bring that down, out your feet, and into the grid. And wrap yourself around her energy that you're now tethered. Heaven and earth. Tethered. Father and mother. Tethered. Yin and yang really is what it is. So then... Pat has an alarm going up. So now, as we bring that energy down, we bring it back up the back of our heads. Good. Good. And back to source. And we feel the energy of the mother fill our spine, fill our energy field. Good. And then we bring it right back down, out our feet, into the earth, to the mother, and back up our back with that wonderful, nurturing, safe feeling energy of the mother back to the source. And we bring it down with that safe, strong, yang energy of the father to give us grit, to give us stamina so that we can get our job done. And back down again into the earth, grit, and back up our back. This time we bring it back up to source. And we waterfall out the top of our head. Whoops, sorry, baby. To our first aura. And then our second aura. This is our tribal. And we as a tribe are having a lot of issues these days. So we want to really fill that with that light. That we can generate love into the collective consciousness of our tribe. that we can get rid of this separateness that we are feeling, that we can appreciate one another for all of our differences. We're not made to be the same. We are made to be very different, and we need to enjoy that. And then we bring it out again into our solar plexus. Good. And we fill our solar plexus so that the collective consciousness, when they come here, they get love. They get that light. They get that nurturing they need. And into our heart, that all that we project is that love. Good. And into our throat, that all that we are, all that we say and all that we speak is that love. And that we appreciate our job on this planet. What a good thing. It's a win-win for us, you know, because we get to learn and to grow and to get all the benefits of this light and to share it with others and see their growth. It's wonderful. And into your third eye, so that you have no doubt about who you are and why you're here. And we're getting this job done quite well. And out your crown chakra. And radiate that out. All the way. Give it a good 12 inches, guys, really. Because your job is to always keep your shield on. My shawl fell down. Always keep your shield on. It's chilly. And make sure that you always radiate that light out for people. Because if you get grumpy, it means you don't have the light. All right? You're not broadcasting that so that others can share that light with you. I'll tell you a funny story. Most of you know that I do not see very well. And it's kind of interesting because I don't really see TVs. I mean, I can get the gist of it and I see the pictures and I see the colors running around. But I don't really see faces very well. Even if you looked at me right now, I would not see all the definition of your face. And a lot of other things too. But anyway, we were in the RV in our motor home during this whole calamity that went down with the house. And the TV in there has a much bigger screen and it's really close because there's not that much room in a motorhome. So it was only like 3 feet away from me. And we were watching the news, and the only news I could get was, I don't know what channel it is, but it's 12 here, and it was with Lester Holt. And I looked at Pat and I went, oh my God, Lester Holt's black. I never knew that. I never knew. Because I don't see the faces that well. And unless there's a real huge change, I can't tell what color you are. How's that? I have no idea. You know, unless it's extremely a big change of color, then I can see it. But for the most part, most people with the different hues of whatever they are, I don't give a poop. I can't tell, you know? So again, there we are judging each other for who we are, and it doesn't make any difference. So the color of your skin doesn't compute in my brain at all, because I just appreciate you for the human being that you are. So on that note, I will say that I love you all, and I appreciate you enormously. And let us become more unified in our thoughts and in our understandings of one another. And we can appreciate what we're doing in life. And that's our job. I love you, and I'll see you next week.